Hey everybody, it's V again. We're gonna review the makeup of these dome cameras, or the dome series of cameras that I'm reviewing at i3. Again, we already understand what models they are, how many megapixel they support, but now we're gonna talk about the physical makeup of these domes. Just a couple of things that make these domes very, very different. When you open the box, you're gonna find a couple of things that will kind of give you a sense of the type of quality and the type of detail we have here at i3. So one thing, you're gonna get this packet of screws, and in that packet of screws, you're gonna get this hardware, which is a vandal-resistant driver that you can connect to your actual screwdriver or into a handset, right? But along with that, you're going to get these screws, and each one of these screws that we put in here, we've made sure that they had also a rubber gasket or rubber grommet on it so that the water will not penetrate when you actually drill into the wall and into the actual exterior or into the actual housing of the camera itself. So those are some of the small details that we put at i3. We also have a dry packet here for you that's very important for the integrator. Make sure that you take this dry packet out and put it inside the camera when you seal it up, especially in very humid environment or in very wet environment, because we want to make sure that that frosting or that moisture doesn't build up inside the dome. And then along with that, we give you two very high-end RJ45 connectors. Again, these are really good to use if you can use them for outdoor type of environment, because they'll oxidize a little bit less than your normal RJ45 that you buy at your local distributor. So let's talk about the physical makeup of this dome itself. When you take it out of the box, you're probably going to have to remove these three screws with the same hand driver or that hardware that we gave you in the box right there, and then you can actually remove it from the box. And within this camera itself, you do have a tether that we haven't connected for you, but you can connect it to the actual dome itself with this rubber tether, so that this keeps it from falling. The first thing I want to talk to you about on this dome is this cool kind of removable, not removable, but detachable shroud. So you just detach this shroud when you're actually going to turn the camera, twist the camera, and get the shot that you want. And then when you're done, you just clip it back on. This is really handy for you when you're on that ladder and you have one hand, right? You have one hand to kind of install it, and you just don't have any other place to actually put this shroud or try to fit it back in. So that's a really nice feature that I find on these domes. Another one is that all of our cameras have a video output here that you're going to see, and in this video output you can connect it to an analog monitor and just get the shot you want, close up the dome, and it's ready to go. With that being said, again, making it very simple, you want to make sure you're aware of these kind of little markers that we put on the dome. These little red dots here match up to the red dot on the cap, so when you're putting it back, you know exactly how to slide that in. Also, the blue dot that we have on the dome, they tend to match up on all three pieces. So once you have that, you match all the three dots together, and it's ready to go, and you're ready to screw it back in place, right? So the key features now of these domes, all of these domes are motorized zoom lenses. They have the ability to go from 2.7 to 13.5. Again, that's a wide range. Make sure you check your specification sheets or talk to your RSM or your PM about which dome is going to match for you and what kind of focal length you have on them. Number two, you have the ability here, when you remove this dome, in the back here you have this really awesome kind of cable management to put all your cables and wires through. It does have a monitor output on all of our cameras, our AX75, our AX76 series, as well as our AX85 series. Now, one caveat, the AX76W will have extra white LED lights, and again, I think they're going to show you that zoom up and where that's going to be turned on. And the LED light's really helpful for that vandal deterrence or to get more light in certain areas. Also, in the 76W, you will have an extra external output on the actual camera itself. It's a 12-volt output, so that you can power up other external LED white light or anything that needs 12-volt power. And you're getting all of that power through the PoE switch, which is a higher output PoE switch port, right, that you're going to have to use. Finally, on this back dome, we have this what we call a a rubber RP1, sorry, a rubber gasket RP1, and that rubber gasket will allow you to really seal this tight and make sure water doesn't get into the dome. What you're going to do is you're going to take this rubber gasket and push your CAD 6 or CAD 5 or CAD 5e through this hole. If it's not going to go through the back hole, it's going to go through the side hole, so just replace it with the actual screw that we provided here for you. And then you're going to push that wire through. By pushing that wire through, you're going to make sure that water doesn't follow along that cable and go into the dome, right? So this is kind of unique in our camera, and again, a little bit more detail than what most cameras out there are offering, because we really want to provide you with a robust product that will last years and years once you install it, right? All of our cameras have great warranty. It's a 5-year warranty, straight exchange, and we also give you a 2-for-1 program, so that if these cameras do break out or break down when you're on site for any reason due to manufacturer's default, we're going to replace that camera, and we're going to make sure that if that's our fault, we're going to send you another one for your troubles, right? Awesome cameras, guys, easy to install, and if you have any questions or comments or concern, please click on the link below and we'll be more than happy to hear from you. Thank you. Hi, fellow technician, just to mention to you how we're going to connect audio into these cameras for those of us who are doing interactive monitoring or just wanting to record video. There is an audio input as well as an audio output on these cameras, and it works with your i3 software, your i3 server software. Talk to your PMs or your technical people at i3 and they'll show you how to do it, but these do come with a full audio input slot and output as well, right?